Hi, everybody. The year of politics. We know how this goes. We've been seeing this game go for decades, centuries. This is where all the white politicians come into the black community. You never see them until election time. You can't find them until election time. But this is the year where they sit back and they wait to get their free votes, their free 90% of the African American votes. This is where the Democrats just sit back, focus on everyone else but you. They focus on everyone else but you. They get everybody's votes. They give them something in return for their votes except you. The party that you back, that you give 90% of your votes to, think nothing of you. The lobbyist gets laws passed for the campaign contributions. You give them 90% of your vote, and what do you get out of it? You are the person that's the deciding factor in any election time, but you get nothing back in return. Some of you guys should be tired of that. But if some of you was just as pissed off at that as you were at me for calling your master out, and I hate to go there, but yeah, because a lot of you guys, especially in the black community, act like the Democratic Party is your slave master. You think that you owe them your vote. You think that they own your vote. And when I came out and started talking about sitting the election out altogether, you guys' head exploded. The lobbyists get something in return for their vote. The lobbyists give the Democratic Party millions of dollars in campaign contributions. They don't give them their money without anything in return. So my question to you is, why do you guys continuously vote for them without anything in return? Why don't you want something in return for your vote? When it comes to women voters, the Democratic Party say, yeah, we got to make sure we get their votes. Let's see what they need. Let's see what laws we can pass to help benefit them. The LGBTQ community. The Democratic Party say, yeah, let's get their votes. Let's see what they need. They got bathroom laws for them now. Bathroom laws. What about the Latino vote? The Democratic Party say, yeah, let's get their vote. Let's do something for them. Even if it's not permanent, let's do something for them. The black community, we get 90% of their vote anyway. Just tell them if they don't vote for us, Trump will win. That's what we got. That's what they give us. Now, I'm not saying that the LGBT community or the women know what they shouldn't get, the things that they're getting. I want them to get those things. I just want to expand that privilege to us. But how do we get there when they know that you guys will vote for them no matter what? Somebody say, Kendall, but if you don't vote, Republicans will win. First off, I am a black victim of the Democrats and a black victim of the Republican Party. So I don't vote party line, so that's not gonna move me much. And then some people say, well, what if Trump does all this bad stuff to our country? And my answer to that is, there is never been a revolution without consequences. There's never been a revolution without bloodshed. There's never been a revolution where you beg the people that are being oppressed to continuously to support their oppressors. There's not a revolution like that. When this country was first founded, there were 13 colonies. And those people were tired of taxation without representation. And they said, give me liberty or give me death. That's one of the ways that this country was founded. The biggest part was slavery, but one of the ways that it was founded is because Patrick Henry said, give me liberty or give me death. There's never been a revolution that has never come with consequences. There has never been a revolution that has been without bloodshed. Never. So when you come at me talking about this stuff's going to happen, one of my heroes is Minister Malcolm X. His house was bombed one night. The next morning, he was on a plane going to Detroit. Right? The next morning, he was on a plane going to Detroit. And he spoke just hours after his home was bombed. He was in smoked up clothes. His response was, it didn't make me lose any confidence in what I'm doing. My point to say that is our ancestors went too far worse. Do not try to use political propaganda to try to scare the masses into doing the same thing decade after decade. It's not going to work. I'm willing to pay the cost. Let the Democrats lose. Let them fall off the face of the earth. If they want to stay in power, they're going to have to represent us, or else. If they don't want to represent us, then guess what? They won't be in power. But if they want to be in power, they're going to have to come out and give us something in return for the 90% of votes that we've been giving them for decades, and them giving us nothing in return. That's what they're going to have to do. It's very simple. It's very simple. If you want our vote, work for it. What am I saying that's wrong? There's no one out there that has been able to come out and say, you know what, Kendall, you're wrong. All they've done was disagree with me and give me fear tactics about what Trump will do. I'm not necessarily concerned about that. We'll go through whatever we have to go through to get to where we need to get to real change. Malcolm X talked about token integration. It's back when they used to give us token integration. Malcolm called it as a pacifier. It's something that you give a baby when you want to shut the baby up. But you don't want to get a baby food, but you want to shut the baby up. You want to make the baby be quiet. You want to make the baby stop from crying or stop from hollering. And what they do to us, they give us tokenism. They give us a pacifier to shut us up. But when someone like me comes out and asks for the real thing, you guys' heads explode. We want the real thing. A lot of you out there just want to go and vote, get your little stickers, put them on social media. Yeah, I voted, blah, blah, blah. It's a status symbol. It's a status symbol to make people feel like they're doing something without really having to do anything. But status symbols don't get us out of the ghettos and the slums. Status symbols don't stop prosecutors from putting innocent people in jail for decades that they know are innocent. Status symbols don't stop prosecutors from murdering people that they on death row that they know are innocent. Status symbols don't get us universal health care. Status symbols don't stop us from being the only nation, the only industrialized nation on earth that does health care this stupid way. We are the only nation, the only industrialized nation that decides that we're going to make a profit over whether someone lives or whether they die. How do we change this stuff? You got to make them stop taking your vote for granted. How do you make them stop taking your vote for granted? Stop giving it to them for free. If there's someone out there in this election that you believe in, vote for them. If you believe they give you something in return for your vote. If they're not giving you anything in return for your vote, do not vote for them out of fear that society told you that you have to vote for somebody. Am I going to go cast a vote today? I think I've talked about this already. I'm going to go and vote for Governor Maddox, if anyone is listening, the guy that's running for governor. Why am I going to vote for him? Because he's going to push through a lottery, period. It's the only reason. But I'm getting something for it, though. That's how see how this game works. You vote for someone if they're giving you something back. If they don't, you don't. The rest of the ballot, I'm going to leave it blank. That's how this goes. I'm willing to do whatever's necessary to make sure that black people start getting some respect. I'm willing to do whatever's necessary to make sure that we start being treated like they treat the lobbyists that gives them millions of dollars in campaign contributions. Because no way in hell would they give them millions of dollars if they didn't get something in return for their vote. If they didn't get laws passed for the money that they give them, they wouldn't give them that money. So that they know that they want to keep that money coming in, they continuously work for them. What do you and I get? We don't get anything. Why don't they give us anything? They know they have our votes anyway. How do we change that? You have to change it by stop voting for them anyway. We need intelligently directed extremism. All people should know what a vote is supposed to produce. All people should know what role politics is meant to play in our lives. And until we do that, we're going to always be conned. Right now, the politicians pay no attention to us, and all the attention goes to the lobbyists, the people that give them millions of dollars in campaign contributions. And to fix a corrupt situation like that, we have to become extreme. Intelligently directed extremism. What I mean by that is, don't vote for no one that doesn't give you anything in return for your vote. And the day that we do that, the minute we do that, many politicians in Washington will have more respect for us than what they have for us now with this weak ass vote for the lesser of the two evil, because that's who society tells us, because that's what society tells us to do nonsense that hasn't given us any results. Malcolm talked about this 50 plus years ago. We're still in the same situation. How do we change it? We change it by demanding something in return. Every other race gets something in return for their vote but us. What are we going to do about it? And when I come out and speak out about it, you guys' heads explode like I just said something wrong. No one can deny that the black community get the Democratic Party 90% of its votes and get nothing in return. The only reason they're ever in power is because of the black vote. The whites are evenly divided, as Malcolm said 50 plus years ago. The minority vote is a deciding factor in the vote. You got that power. You can decide that. And because you got that power, what do you get out of it, though? You get a few crumbs here and there, and you're under the illusion that that's real change, and you feel happy about it. I'm just trying to get us off the damn treadmill from running in circles. I didn't say I was voting for Trump, now did I? But one thing I can say about Trump, he preaches division and he practices division. The Democratic Party preaches unity, but practices division. At least I know where this guy's coming from. At least he's not in my face looking like an angel, telling me he cares about me. I know what approach to take towards him. And a lot of you guys out there that just don't get it are going to elect Donald Trump again. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to laugh. Because I would love to be on the front lines with you, doing whatever is necessary to defeat Trump in the next election cycle, or to defeat anyone that believes in him. But you guys just want someone to do the exact same thing he's doing, but in a different way. You just want someone to smile more while they're doing it. I can't get with that. I'm sorry. I can't get with the tokenism. I'm done with the tokenism. I'm done being used. I'm done being a vote blue no matter who. It's detrimental to the movement. It's detrimental to the society. This is a racialist society. And I have to say this, it's going to be harsh, but no candidate that's funded by white power is ever going to carry out a black agenda. It's never going to happen. A candidate funded, we got to start funding our own candidates. I'm being real, we need a black nationalist party. Seriously. The Democratic Party is useless. It's useless. Now, some people say, oh, not voting doesn't help. That's not necessarily true. In the last primary in 2016, the Democrats gave Hillary Rodham Clinton over 500 superdelegates before anyone else even entered the race. They just gave them to her. You and I raised hell and we didn't vote for her. And we let her lose. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? They changed the rule out of fear of not getting y'all's vote. What do you guys think happens if you pull your 90% of the vote away from the Democratic Party? What do you guys think happens? You think they're going to just sit there and just stay out of power? No. They're going to be in your community, knocking on your door on their fucking knees, trying to get you to vote for them. And they're going to be willing to give you anything for your vote. They're going to be out there working for your vote. People get mad at me, but the DNC chairman, the guy over the Democratic Party, said himself that they don't value the black vote. He came on record and apologized for not valuing the black vote. Now, his apology was not sincere. It was fake. But his admittance of guilt was real. So are we going to pretend like that didn't happen? Are we going to pretend like people are, that they have our best interests at heart? I'm not a Republican, nor a Democrat, and I have sense enough to know it. I'm a victim of both. I'm a victim of both. And you are too. But they psycho you. They use the media to push narratives, untrue narratives. This is what they do. This is what they do. I'm going to say it again. If you want to go write in someone, regardless of, I don't know what state some of you live in, but if you want to go write someone in, go write someone in. If you want to vote for an independent candidate, vote for an independent candidate. If you see no one on the ballot that you believe in, stay home. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to go vote. Our ancestors died for our right to vote. They did not die for our rights to be used and politically exploited. Don't let anyone tell you that lie. The day that we start valuing our vote is the day you start getting real change. And how do you value that vote? You only give it to people that deserve it. But if they know that they're gonna get your vote no matter what, if I got a lobbyist over here that's gonna give me $20 million for my vote, but by me taking this $20 million, he wants me to do something that's gonna hurt you. He's wanting me to do something that's gonna hurt the people. But if I don't do it, I don't get that $20 million. But I know I have your vote no matter what I do. What side do you think I'm going to, what do you think I'm going to do? Not me personally, but what you think that politician is going to do? He's going to take that $20 million. And he's going to come out there and he's going to tell you that you better vote for me or you're going to get Donald J. Trump. And what I'm saying is, what we need to start telling them is, no, you better represent me or you're going to lose to Trump. And I'm going to let you. That's how that goes. We don't bail out corruption anymore. We don't bail out corrupt candidates anymore. That doesn't mean as well. We've been doing this for over half century, saying we can't fight for real change right now because we got to stop Trump. And then the next election cycle is we can't fight for real change right now because we got to stop this person. And we can't do this right now because we got to stop this person and that person. And then the black issues, the black agenda never comes up. The issues that you and I care about never come up because we keep pushing them off. It's a status symbol. They have taken the voting process and made it a status symbol. Status symbols don't get us anywhere. We want real change, but how do we get real change if we continuously vote for people that doesn't mean us the well? We want to continuously get all these knots across our head, no matter how big the knots get, because we say we got to take these knots because Republicans are going to put bigger knots on our head. Well, how about this? Why do we got to take any knots at all? Anybody ever thought about that? Or why? Why do we got to be subjected to that? Why do we always say, well, we gotta go ahead and do this for right now, but they gonna hurt us, but not as bad as Trump? Why do we gotta get hurt at all? Why have we lowered our standards to the point that we have to be misused, abused, politically exploited? Why? Someone answer that question for me. Why? A lot of you say you disagree with me about what? What am I saying that's wrong? Have the Democrats not been using the black vote and taking advantage of it or not? Are we still the first one fired and the last one hired or not? It's a simple question. Again, if there's someone on the ballot you believe in that's giving you something in return for your vote, then you can vote for them. But if it's just a status symbol, then you just stay home. Or you can write someone in, or you can vote third party. Whichever one that you feel comfortable with. But what we're not going to do is just vote for someone because society told us to vote for them. We're not going to do that. And we're not going to continuously give 90% of the vote to the Democratic Party so they can sit on their ass and not work for it. That's what they've been doing. You guys remember. You remember a lot of them weak Democrats when Obama was in office. Remember when we wanted the public option health care bill? You think Republicans killed the public option? No. It was weak-ass Democrats that acted like Republicans. That's who did that. That's who did it. They didn't have no incentive to do anything no different. They knew they had your vote no matter what. So, no, I'm done giving my votes away for free. And you should be too. I hate to keep stressing it, but the lobbyists, when they give them their campaign donation, they're getting laws back in return. So when we vote for someone, we should get laws back in return. Is that a controversial idea? Is that bad? Because I can't think of anyone on my timeline that would give up anything for free. If you work in sales, I don't think you give away anything for free. If you own your own business, I don't think you give away your product for free. A lot of you out there talk about how ancestors die for our right to vote. Then if it's so sacred, then why are you giving it up for free? It's a simple question. What's wrong with demanding something in return for it? Everyone else do. Why can't you and I? I'm going to leave it there, guys. Have a great day. Sit the next election out if necessary. Whatever it takes to get your message across. Intelligently directed extremism. We're going to watch them lose. Then when they lose, they're going to crawl back on their knees and they're going to want your vote. And they're going to be like, hey, what can we give you for your vote? It's time to tip the scales. It's time to renegotiate. They had a contract for the black vote for far too long, and they have not honored that contract. So now the contract's up for grabs. Whoever wants it. Whoever wants your vote should have to pay for it. If you want my vote, you got to buy it. Why I told you I was going to vote for Maddox? He's going to push through a lottery. He's basically buying it. That's how this game works, guys. That's how this game works.